guys, it's Sam, and this is my June book haul slash unboxing. So the first couple things I picked up for myself, and they were graphic novels because I was kind of in the mood for some graphic novels. The first one was Descender Volume 2. This was one of our nominees for the BookTube SFF Awards. The live show recently happened, awarding all of the categories, so I will link that down below for you to check out. This is the second volume in a graphic novel that is about AIs. In this world, some giant planet-sized robots came and destroyed a bunch of stuff, and now there's a lot of robot and machine hatred, and the main character is a little boy companion robot that woke up, I think 10 or 20 years after this happened, and he's just trying to find his boy that he was the companion of when they were little. It's so cute. I've already read this one, so I'll be talking about this very soon in my wrap-up for the month. I also picked up The Wicked and the Divine, Volume 4, Rising Action, and I am so excited about this because the third volume had a little bit of a stall because they had a bunch of guest artists, and so the plot didn't really move along, but the end of the second volume was like, cliffhanger. So this should be starting to actually talk about that stuff. I love The Wicked and the Divine. It's about a pantheon of gods, all different kinds of gods, not just like one specific pantheon. So you have Greek gods and African gods and Roman gods and all of them, Christian gods, everything. So it's amazing and I love it. That doesn't really speak a ton about it because I just kind of like word vomited how much I love it, but it's beautiful and you should read it. And then I got a final copy in the mail of Because You Love to Hate Me. This is the short story anthology that I am a part of. It's a group of booktubers that were partnered up with some authors, and there are short stories all about villains, and it is edited by Amory here of BookTube. So I will link stuff for it down below. I obviously will not be reviewing this one because that's not fair and that's not cool, and even if it's not my own story, like I can't, like, no. You know, but I'm excited to have it. I haven't even cracked it open because I've just been so like, like it's something that's really exciting to be a part of, but it's still like also really nerve-wracking, and yeah, I'm really proud of my essay in here, and I'm really excited to see like the response that people have and everything, and I'm excited to eventually read the stories, but I'm also just like, just being a part of the process of it just gives me a different take on it, and I don't know, like I'm just like nervous about reading it. It's yeah. I need to get over that because it is something like something I was part of and I need to read it, but like it makes me nervous. I just want to keep it like perfect like it is here and just, you know, look at it. So if you guys are interested in buying, pre-ordering everything this book, I will leave links down below. Then we have this season's tour box. It's the Blast Off into Summer box. I didn't even realize that this was coming and I'm so excited. Like there's a couple books that I'm hoping are in here. Like I don't even know what's really in here. And there's a couple that are tour releases that I hope are in here, and if they are, I'm gonna be really excited, but I'm just so yeah, I love tour boxes. Like, their seasonal boxes make me so happy. The first book is Tomorrow's Kin by Nancy Kress. This is the first book in an adult science fiction series, and it follows a scientist who is the main character in a world where an alien embassy ship has landed in New York City. They won't speak to anybody but the United Nations. They speak English because their language is too hard to understand, and they can't leave their ship because their world is so different from ours. But then one day the scientist gets invited to become a part of like a council that's going to meet with them because the aliens say that the world is going to end. Apparently there's a deadly threat to the planet and the aliens are trying to warn them, and it's coming very soon and they have to spring up into action. This author has won a Nebula Award for her novella that's also set in the same world. It sounds like it was actually adapted into this trilogy, so I'm very interested in this. It's a shorter one, it looks like, so it's a good first contact story. Then we have Shattered Minds by Laura Lamb. This is about a former scientist named Karina, and she actually is kept in a mostly drug-induced state due to a neurodrug called Zeal. It's a highly addictive drug that allows her to live out her violent tendency. So she has this urge to kill, and so she takes Zeal so that she can lucid dream and live out these violent tendencies. There's a shadowy corporation called Sudis that's responsible for her condition, and she gets pulled into blackmail and secrets and lies and everything to take down this corporation because apparently there's something locked in her mind where she knows how to take down this corporation that has caused her so much pain in her life. So sounds really interesting. It's kind of like a thriller-y type science fiction, kind of. We shall see. Then we have Firebrand by A.J. Hartley. This is the second book in the Steeplejack series, and I'm not going to really talk about this because obviously this is the second book. I haven't read the first book yet. So I've been hearing really good things about this one. It seems to be like a very fun, kind of fast-paced adventure type story. So this is its sequel, and it is currently out. Then we have An Alchemy of Masks and Mirrors by Curtis Craddock. This is about an adult princess, and she lives in a magical world where her dad is one of the rulers, and he has this cruel magic where he can steal the life force of others. But she doesn't inherit any of his powers and is actually born with a malformed hand and is not able to really defend herself in any way, so the only thing really keeping her safe is her musketeer bodyguard, which speaks to me. And one of her joys in life is that she has a natural gift for science and mathematics, but she can't pursue that, so she has to go under a male pseudonym when she's doing any of that, which is again one of the things that I love seeing. She then gets a surprise offer from a foreign king, and this takes her and her musketeer companion into a world of court intrigue and mirror magic, which sounds really cool, and everything kind of takes off from there. So this definitely sounds like a court politics type thing, almost like, I don't want to say Regency period because it wouldn't be Regency period, but it's this kind of like historical fantasy, alternate fantasy kind of thing going on, and a lot of tropes that I really enjoy seeing, so hopefully it's a good one. It sounds really good. This is the first book in a new trilogy, and it's out in August. And lastly, we have Arabella of Venus by David D. Levine. I actually have the first book, Arabella of Mars, from my BEA haul now last year, not because I didn't go to BEA this year, but from last year, and I've been meaning to read this. Thomas from SFF 180 continues to talk about how awesome the series is. It's a very fun, fast-paced YA series about Arabella who lives on Mars, but there's an alternate take on Mars that has like airships and more like steampunk kind of stuff going on, so it's kind of like Regency period on Mars. And she goes on adventures, and it sounds like a really fun time. This author was delightful when I met him back at BEA, and I've been hearing amazing things about this. It's been nominated for a lot of awards, I think even won some of those awards, so it's doing really well within the SFF community as far as award winning and stuff, and I'm very excited to hopefully pick this up soon. I mean, I've just been hearing really good things, and it sounds so fun and fast-paced and fluffy, so I'm excited. That comes out on July 18th. There's also a little card that has these little like paper dolls that you can dress up for Arabella of Mars. That's so funny. I haven't seen these in years, these little paper dolls. I used to have so much fun with these, like, and they weren't even from my time period. You know, the paper dolls were like way before me, but they used to have like, they had a resurgence in magazines in like the 90s for a little bit there. People were like reliving the past a bit. So this is super cute. They also sent some freeze-dried Neapolitan ice cream, which is so funny. This is stuff that you can get like the, I just lost the name for it, where you look at the stars. Planetarium. You can get these at planetariums. I have not had one of these in years, but it's certified space technology. Thank you so very much to Tor for sending those selections my way. And last but not least, we have this month's Owlcrate box. As you guys know, I am an Owlcrate affiliate, so I am sent a box every month to unbox for you guys, and I also have a coupon code which I will link down below along with the information for Owlcrate. I do not receive any kind of financial compensation for that code. That's just for you guys to get some money off of your purchase for Owlcrate if you are interested in their wonderful boxes. So there was a bit of a kerfuffle over this because I originally thought that it was going to be a horror theme, and I've had a lot of people now confirm for me this is a dystopian theme. Dystopian can still be scary though, guys. So like, appreciate that, but like, some dystopians look really creepy. Ergo, creepy jungle forest. Alright? This is still horror-esque. And this month's theme is Make It Out Alive. So the first thing I'm seeing is this magnet. It says, "Fear is only your enemy if you allow it to be." And that's a quote from An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This is a nice magnet. Stable. I don't have anything that I can attach it to in here, so. But it was attached to this, so you know it's a magnet. And that's this month's pin. And again, creepy dude. Creepy dude. Looks like a bath bomb. You know how I feel about bath bombs. One day, I'll get to use my stockpile of them. And this is a faction bath bomb made exclusively for Owlcrate by Fizzy Fairy Apothecary. I have to use it by September 2017. I'm not going to have a big bathtub by then. So this is obviously a Divergent inspired bath bomb, but it says in here that each bath bomb contains a charm that will sort you into one of the different factions. So that's funny. You can even end up being Divergent. So we'll see what I like. It smells like oceany kind of, and looks like a little globe. I like how that smells. Then there is this exclusive patch, and it's for The Giver. So man, it has been a long time since I've read The Giver, but that's one of like the dystopian classics that like everybody had to read in like middle school or high school. So I know that the red apple is a thing, but this is something that you can iron on to like a jacket or something. So that's really cool. I haven't seen any merch for The Giver ever, so this is really awesome. Spooky! So there's this zombie sleep mask. I actually used to wear a sleep mask in college because my roommate stayed up later than I even did, and y'all know your girl stays up real late. So when she's staying up later than me, like, whoo man. So I used to wear one of these, but it wasn't zombie themed. And see? Horror-esque, okay? Like, I wasn't far off. There's horror themed items in here. Spoop, spoop. And then there's a quote from A Court of Wings and Ruin. Yes, both of them are A Court of Wings and Ruin. So it says, "You do not fear, you do not falter, you do not yield. And then remember that you are a wolf and you cannot be caged." So those are some quotes from ACOWAR. This is why I don't think this is really a dystopian theme. I'm assuming that the book is going to be dystopian, but this is more just getting out alive of things. There's a couple dystopian things in here, but like zombies aren't really necessarily dystopian, and ACOWAR is definitely not dystopian. So I think it's just a survival theme. People keep calling it dystopian because I'm assuming the book in here is dystopian, but I wouldn't necessarily call this a dystopian theme. It's a make it out alive theme. It's a survive theme. It looks like there's actually 2 books in here this month, which is crazy. The first one being New World Rising by Jennifer Wilson. This follows a main character named Phoenix, whose parents were killed at a young age, and her whole goal in life since has been just to survive and to avoid being run in with like the tribes and stuff that are the bad people kind of in this. Either you join or you die. They're kind of like the gangs. This kind of dystopian thing going on. So I've heard things about this. I feel like I remember hearing about it, or maybe there's other books in this series. When it came out, this is from Of Tomes Publishing, Benjamin of Tomes' publishing house. So I think I've heard about this when maybe. I feel like I've heard about this. And this month's book is a book I have never heard of at all, and is actually The Sandcastle Empire by Kayla Olson. This is an Owlcrate exclusive cover, so I feel like the last couple of months have been Owlcrate exclusive covers, so way to knock it out of the park, Owlcrate, with getting exclusive covers that nobody else can get. That's so cool. I know they started doing it with, I think it was like Heartless or something, and they've done it a few more times now, and it's awesome. So this is set in a dystopian future after there was a revolution, and the main character of Eden is trying to find a place called Sanctuary because right now there's a group called the Wolf Pack, which I think is hilarious, that is roaming around, killing her family, burned her house, did all this horrible stuff, so she's trying to escape them. And she discovers Sanctuary, which is supposed to be the only neutral ground left, but once she gets there, one of her friends goes missing, and she starts discovering that things may not be quite as they seem. One of the blurbs on the back say that it's Maze Runner meets Lost. I also feel like it has a hint of, what was it, that movie called Leonardo DiCaprio, The Beach, or whatever, even though it wasn't really dystopian, but had that like, this is supposed to be the perfect place, and it's really not, and all that kind of thing. So I haven't heard anything, like I said, about this new dystopian or anything, so interested to see how this one goes. And as per usual with Owlcrate, you do get a letter from the author as well as a signed book plate. They also sent some cool promotional stickers that have like survival-y type gear on them as well. So that was the dystopian survival theme going on. And I almost feel like there's a green theme going on as well. You see, like there's a lot of green going on with this box. I don't know if that was intentional or not. So as with every month, Owlcrate includes a little sneak peek into what next month's theme is going to be, and next month's theme is Wanderlust. And in that box, everybody's going to receive an officially licensed item from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which sounds amazing. So, it's all about traveling the world. Travel book. Again, these last couple of themes, I haven't had any idea what book could possibly be coming out for them. So, travel book, man. If you have any guesses, leave them down below. I am not up on the travel book times, but we will see. I'm really excited. That's very summery. That's a very nice summery July theme, travel and stuff. Even though I don't travel, I stay mostly here. But I can live vicariously through my Owlcrate box. Again, if you're interested in anything Owlcrate or getting a box of your own, go ahead and check out my links down below for more info. So that is it for this month's unboxing and haul. Comment down below, let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. Let me know if there's any that I should prioritize, that you've read, you think I would really like, anything like that. Let me know down below. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!